tremendous amount of emphasis, if anything, on the fact that opinions and voting really does matter. And because of the amount of promotion the voting and opinionation got by celebrities and fans, 134 million votes were casted for the 2012 Teen Choice Awards. Now, putting that into perspective for you, not as many votes had been casted before for a Teen Choice Awards show in the past. 134 million votes is an incredible number, and just hearing that statistic was absolutely overwhelming. 134 million votes, you wouldn't think that, and that's just how much support the 2012 Teen Choice Awards had gotten. So much history was made. Statistically, this year's Teen Choice Awards, the statistics were absolutely incredible. Over 20 Teen Choice Awards for Taylor Swift. She's made history over the last several years with an addition of several Teen Choice Awards this year that were handed to her on the televised portion of the show and off of television that you didn't get a chance to see. We saw Twilight take home the Ultimate Fan Choice Award and win over 41 Teen Choice Awards in the last 4 years since the film franchise premiered with the first Twilight film in November of 2008. And over the last 4 years, they have won over 41 Teen Choice Awards, with the Ultimate Fan Choice Award being given to them a lot just this past Sunday. The entire cast of Twilight were there. It was kind of unique seeing both the cast of the Vampire Diaries and the Twilight Saga under the one roof, and it was also kind of unique for me seeing Disney and Nickelodeon stars coming together for one award show, and that's something you don't get a chance to see very often. Very seldomly do we see Nickelodeon and Disney kind of being forced, I guess, to coexist, but they did such a fantastic job, seeing both the cast of the Vampire Diaries, which won favorite sci-fi television show, very worthy candidates as nominees going up against the Vampire Diaries. They're in the middle of filming season 4. They just finished filming season 4, episode 1. And all this week coming up, they're going to be filming additional episodes for season 4, which is one of the most unprecedented seasons of the Vampire Diaries and one of the biggest seasons of that show since the show premiered several years ago. Really looking forward to season 4 and to see what the fallout is from season 3 and what they left off with. But they're filming it all this week. They gave a very short speech when they were presented the award for favorite sci-fi television show. They are no strangers to winning awards, especially at the Teen Choice Awards. Ian Somerhalder took home Male Hottie in the category of Male Hottie this year, along with Miley Cyrus, who couldn't attend the show. That was a huge letdown for me because the Teen Choice Awards are the one award show every year I expect to see Miley Cyrus at. She no-showed the show. That was a big letdown and disappointment for me, and that's one of the things I didn't like about the Teen Choice Awards, because I think every person who's had an emphasis on teenagers should make an effort to show up. One Direction were also amongst those who didn't get a chance to show up, and Selena Gomez's band, The Scene, winning 2012 favorite musical group, no-showing her as well. She was able to attend. She accepted several awards, one on the behalf of her band, one several awards off of stage, and it was actually her birthday back on Sunday, July 22nd, so happy birthday to her, and the crowd serenaded her with happy birthday. That was one of the highlights of the show for Selena Gomez, I know, and the highlight of the show for a lot of fans of Selena as well. And of course, she's been commenting on the success of her band on her Twitter page, and along with all those celebrities who were presented awards. It was just unbelievable. Just seeing the support that you fans gave to celebrities, and you don't really get a chance to see it all that often. You see these award shows like the Oscars and the CMAs and the American Music Awards, but the Teen Choice Awards are just so special because there's so much emphasis on fans and so many different genres of entertainment. And the opportunity to let your voice be heard is really emphasized on the amount of promotion the Teen Choice Awards got was absolutely unbelievable. We saw several performances. Flo Rida dropped by to perform his single Whistle. Taylor Swift seemed to enjoy herself during that performance. She got up and danced in the crowd before being presented her own award and making history by winning a total of over 20 Teen Choice Awards. She seemed to enjoy the performance of Flo Rida probably than any more celebrity or any fan. It was almost like Taylor Swift became a fan for a brief moment this past Sunday during the performance of Flo Rida. She got into it along with a number of other celebrities, but the thing about Taylor Swift was she was presented one award at the show for the televised portion. She got several off camera. But the thing about Taylor Swift was she had more cameos than any other celebrity in the crowd that night. For someone who was presented just one award on the televised show, didn't perform. got so many cameos, and it was almost like they were promoting something huge that Taylor Swift was going to be doing. Now, she did make history, winning more Teen Choice Awards than any female celebrity had ever done, a total of 20, while Justin Bieber takes home, I believe, 12 Teen Choice Awards, with an addition of 4 Teen Choice Awards for 2012 and a previous 8 Teen Choice Awards that he had won. He performed at the 2011 Teen Choice Awards, I do believe, and another performance, doing back-to-back performances in the last 2 years at the Teen Choice Awards, along with Carly Rae Jepsen, who was the final performance of the show after Demi Lovato and her co-host said goodnight and capped off the show. The fans really got into the Carly Rae Jepsen performance. But here was the thing about the Justin Bieber performance. It seemed like Justin Bieber comes out, gives this phenomenal performance, one of the most detailed performances of the night, probably more detailed than Flo Rida and Carly Rae Jepsen's performance. It seemed like the enthusiasm was really there for the Flo Rida performance and the Carly Rae Jepsen performance. And there was a lot of enthusiasm on the part of Justin Bieber, but it was almost like fans really didn't get into the performance as much as they did for the Flo Rida one or the Carly Rae Jepsen performance. I don't know about you, but I felt like the Flo Rida performance and the Carly Rae Jepsen performance outdid Justin Bieber's performance. Now, in the way of detail, Justin Bieber had the backup dancers, he had the pyro, he had the graphic, and then he gives this speech. This is the thing that stood out about the Justin Bieber performance. He gives this speech, and you don't really hear celebrities say, continue to buy my album, continue to promote me, continue to watch my music videos on YouTube. It seemed like Justin Bieber's speech was full of arrogance. It was almost like he was demanding respect from fans and telling fans what to do. It felt like, to me, Justin Bieber was coming across as if you were obligated to download his videos, to buy his album. It was almost like Justin Bieber had a couple of cheap plugs in there because he had doubts in his success. Justin Bieber was described by Bridget Mendler, who did his introduction, one of the most successful Disney stars in the last 10 years, as one of the biggest stars in the world, similar to how Taylor Swift has been described in past years at Teen Choice Award shows. I think he is definitely one of the biggest stars in the world. His album Believe features singles As Long As You Love Me and Boyfriend, which are some of the biggest hits that Justin Bieber has produced in the last several years. And I think that definitely he has perceived himself in a very effective way. But the thing is, as the years go by, it seems like Justin Bieber stands out more in the way of being an arrogant snob. Selena Gomez, who he's in the middle of a relationship with, had a cameo during the Justin Bieber performance. She seemed to be really into it. The thing about Selena Gomez's speech compared to Justin Bieber's speech, if I can shed some light on it here for you, I found that the speech of Selena Gomez was a lot more genuine, and it felt like it came more from the heart. And even the speech of Miranda Cosgrove, who was presented the ActiveU Inspire Award, the same award Demi Lovato got last year, for her courage. Speeches of Selena Gomez and Miranda Cosgrove felt that more genuine, and it felt like, they were speaking from their heart, while Justin Bieber was speaking from his head. It's almost like Justin Bieber knows that he's one of the biggest stars in the world, and he doesn't stray away from reminding you of that. I think that's eventually what's going to cause Justin Bieber to crash and burn. He's definitely a trend and a fade that's going to phase out in time. Kind of like Hanson and the Backstreet Boys did in the mid-90s. They came, they saw, they conquered, and they were never heard from again. I think that there were more effective performances than Justin Bieber's performance, and I think that really what took away from Justin Bieber's performance was not the performance itself, but the way he perceived himself after the performance. Now, if you ask any celebrity out there, they'll tell you that Justin Bieber's a friendly person. He's not what television and the media perceive him to be. But I've seen so much negativity shed toward Justin Bieber, especially in the last 4 months, with high-speed chases, different things that happened to him with fans, like that altercation with a fan in Disneyland, where you can see the YouTube video of that on our Twitter page, where he told a fan to go fuck themselves after following them around all day in Disneyland. Himself and Selena Gomez were, involved with a stalker situation, kind of, or at least that's how he perceives it. I think that, definitely Justin Bieber has a lot of this stuff happen to him because a lot of this stuff is self-inflicted. The way he perceives himself, the way he comes across to fans with pure arrogance. I mean, there was no call for the way he conducted himself with that fan in Disneyland. The YouTube video, that's on our Twitter page. And there's really no call for, being involved in high-speed chases in an effort to get away from paparazzi. He called 911, told the 911 operator that the paparazzi just would not stop following him in an act of desperation. I think Justin Bieber really puts himself out there to be criticized, to be made fun of, and to be reviewed very critically. I think that if, he was more silent, he didn't, let his arrogance shine through as much, I think that Justin Bieber would be an even bigger success than he is now, winning over, I believe, 12 Teen Choice Awards with an addition of 4, several of them given to him off camera. I think that if he perceived himself in a more effective way, he wouldn't be perceived so negatively like he is now, and it's because of this arrogance that he has, and it just shined through a bit too much for me at the 2012 Teen Choice Awards. I didn't necessarily want to tune in and hear Justin Bieber give a speech that was filled with pure arrogance. Here you have Selena Gomez, who has accomplished just as much as Justin Bieber, and you do not see 1 ounce of arrogance coming from her. And I'm not, favoring female celebrities at all, but it seems like female celebrities give these genuine speeches that you can kind of relate to. Selena Gomez on her birthday was serenaded by the crowd. Justin Bieber didn't get serenaded by the crowd. He's always referenced in opening speeches that hosts give at award shows, and he's featured in a lot of promos at award shows. Just recently at the Oscars, he was featured in a Billy Crystal promo. But he doesn't have as much